What's up?
Hey guys.
Back in the garage again. Today we are working on the 5th cage that we started, that Dan and Kyle started. Kind of showed getting these bars in place, and that middle bar. So today what we're doing is the C-pillars back here, we're trying to get these pieces mounted in. And then we're going to work on the B-pillars next and try to get those all fitted. Hopefully get this thing wrapped up here pretty quick. So. It's really hot.
Okay. Safety first.
So what are you fixing? What are we doing here?
Just making sure we can fix this gap.
The cope that I was talking about is kind of this piece right here. So it's got to go around the roll cage here, on the back side. And it's got to have an angle up there on the front. So several different things happening at once.
It's pretty close. It should work. Just make sure our angle's same as the other one.
So line it up with that one over there to this one here. So you have 2 different angles going on. So that's what it looks like there. So it's all kind of different angles going on here just to match up to the different angles going on up here and on the plate down here.
15 and 5. Sweet.
Pretty close.
Yeah, we're there.
Sweet.
Yep. We should be good. Better just cut this part out already. Get it started. It's already messed up. Trying to figure out the right settings on a welder is not always fun. The settings it tells you are not always right. Oh, look at that. 15. And 5. Who that is.
So typically when we build these, we use a very complicated technique called the eyeball technique. We measure these with our eyeballs to make sure they look good.
It's the only way to do it.
So you know, we're using the technique right here. You can see it firsthand, it works. Checking these 2 bars here and we're using that technique. It seems to work all right. As long as it looks good, that's all that matters.
Worry about safety.
Yeah, safety's not that important, who cares? How the eyeball technique works is you use your eyeballs and you look at this and that one back there. So as long as your eyes are straight, then it should look okay. All right, got them both tacked in. Yes, we actually did measure them the right way. And they're both identical on either side. So they're tacked in now. We don't want to fully weld everything because obviously there's still some bars missing, back here and some of the upper bars. So if we started welding everything in, the heat would pull the cage in weird ways and it wouldn't line up right. So tack everything first. Once everything's in place, then we'll go through and fully weld everything out. So this is the next part of it. This is the bar that runs from the top back. So we have to notch that piece, cope it, so it'll match the contour of this. So we weld it, it's nice and flush. Checking to make sure that the angle is the same. We don't have weird angles on the top, so it doesn't stick higher than the other bars and the roof won't go flush or other weird issues. So.
want safety glasses on. People are gonna be upset. Don't do it. Yeah, don't put that on the video. People will be upset.
I heard if you squint while you're grinding stuff, it won't go in your eyes. Your eyelashes keep stuff from going in your eyes. Is that true? You squint and it acts like a shield, and so crap doesn't hit your eyeballs.
I don't know. Looks off from here. I might have to use 2 hands. Sorry, everybody.
Whatever.
Everybody listening to this is like, "What are you guys watching?" Usually helps if you buy the right size tools too. So, what do we know?
Looks great to me.
It works in a pinch.
So what are you measuring?
Just measuring for the cope. Make sure that I cut it 9/16 longer, and when we cope it, it will actually fit over the pipe and not be too short. Hopefully. So we're going to need to do a couple things. Hold this level and straight.
Okay, cool. Yeah, here, just hold on this crap where it needs to sit while I...
Hold that. I'm going to go outside.
So good. We're gonna die. That ain't gonna work. So this is how this works. So this guy right here spins, obviously, and then it cuts the notch into the tubing. So this is gonna be the same size as the tubing that we're using there. So when it spins halfway through, we'll cut the tubing, give you that notch that you need. This angle is super weird, so trying to get it to fit inside the notcher to cut straight, it's just not going to work. So we're going to be using the eyeball technique to cut it with a right angle grinder. I'd rather not die, so.
Not bad for an angle grinder job.
So you can see that angle right there is going to fit that tube, which this tube would be that one right across the top there. So
you had no faith.
Yep.
So
we're going to try this again, hopefully we don't die.
We won't, hopefully. Who would have thought? Who would have done that, Jason?
I didn't do it.
Just kidding.
You know what, me.
I'm going to say 33 5/8 just to be on the safe side. Maybe really too long.
Oh, you're good. That gives you a better idea. You can see that. Matches up there, and on the back.
A little tight.
Matches there, but
get her all lined up and tacked up. Good to go.
so a lot of you already probably know this, but the reason you cope, like do the angle into this and not just straight, because obviously it's not going to work on the tubing. You can't really weld that, so you cope that so it fits snug against the bar. Then when you go to weld it, obviously it matches up and then it's nice and clean instead of that. So that's why we're going to all this trouble to do that. So it's nice and clean and you actually weld it. So now we just got to figure out center on this bar here. So the bar's going straight through or aligned and not crooked or at an angle or something weird. And so we'll just have to measure all that, check it, and then should be able to tack it in place and good to go. Yeah, so you can see on that one side it's a little higher, which means that that center tube is sitting up a little too high. But so is this one though.
It's for rain.
So we did that on purpose. And when you put the roof on, you can bend the metal in the center, and then the rain will run off either side, kind of like a roof on a house. And I believe it's probably a little more aerodynamic too. The air kind of flows over the center of it a little bit better, right? Yeah. Rain, snow, whatever, will just slide off the sides. We planned that, you know, so don't steal our ideas. Okay, well, we got quite a bit done today. It's kind of a slow, tedious process. It takes a lot of time to measure everything, running the tubing through the notcher and getting everything coped correctly, fitting it, taking it off, redoing it, grinding stuff out if it doesn't fit quite right. So we're almost done. We got a little bit more to go on this. I got the B pillars and stuff to still kind of figure out. Hopefully get everything welded up and should be good to go. So we will continue to record this process and keep posting more videos. Sound good?